Good morning. It's early. I don't know what time it is. 6:17 a.m. and today is April 2nd. And today I wanted to talk with you about what happens when your check engine light comes on in your car. As a consumer, as a person that's not on this side of things in the automotive world, I'm here in my back shop. This is actually just our tool room. But walking through the shop here, there are a series of things that happens when your check engine light comes on. The first thing is your car is running tests on itself while you're just driving around. There are continuous tests happening. And whenever the car fails one of those tests, we end up with a code being thrown in the computer. One of the sensors could have failed, or it could detect a misfire or a leak in the evaporative emission system or something like that. So what's happening is your car is telling you that there's something wrong. After that code sets, it will eventually throw a check engine light, and that check engine light needs to be dealt with for a number of reasons. The main thing is that it can leave you stranded or put you in an unsafe situation if it's not dealt with in some cases. Another thing that can happen is that it can damage your car further, and there's a multitude of reasons to deal with it. Some codes won't affect the way that it drives at all, but you don't really know until you get into it. So the way that the diagnosis process works when a check engine light comes on is first we plug in the little scan tool into the little connector underneath the dash, and we talk to your car with our computer. We call that a scan tool or a scanner. And we ask the car what issues it's seeing, and from there we will go ahead and interpret that data and start looking at other data. Now, any monkey can take a scan tool and plug it into a car and retrieve the code, but that is not a diagnosis. Don't be deceived when you run over to your local auto parts store or to a shop and says, hey, we can plug that in, we can diagnose your car for free. Well, you're going to get what you pay for. I can't tell you how many people come into our shop saying, well, I already went to, plug in the name of your local box store. I already went there and they told me that it was going to be spark plugs, or told me it was going to be this sensor. And they go ahead and buy that part and they put it in or attempt to put it in, and it still doesn't fix the issue. Then our guys that actually understand these systems get involved. They get the code as a starting point, which takes about 30 seconds, and then from there they actually start doing the tests, start running their diagnostic process, and start just using their head like a detective to figure out what is wrong with the car. For instance, a misfire can be a spark plug, it could be an ignition coil, it could be a spark plug wire, it could be a primary voltage issue on the other side of the ignition circuit. It can be a mechanical problem with the car. A misfire can be a burnt valve or a compression issue. It could be coolant getting into the cylinder from a bad head gasket. A broken valve spring can cause that. So there's so many things that can cause just one code that it's important to do the testing, do the compression test or move the spark plugs around or whatever. So just a helpful tip from Spencer Automotive. Wanted you to understand how the process works and why sometimes it can cost a lot of money, because the guys that know what they're doing make quite a bit of money, and that's because they have years and years of experience, and they have lots and lots of money worth of tools. And I don't know if you know this, there's our shop. We got 8 bays there. I don't know if you know this, but in California, I'm not sure how it is in other states, we are required to pay technicians double minimum wage if we require them to have their own tools. So if minimum wage is $12 an hour, their minimum wage is $24 an hour. My guys make way more than that, but the bottom line is that every time we want our minimum wage to go up, if it goes up to $15 like they're talking about, then our minimum wage here at the shop will be $30. And so you're going to wonder why, as a McDonald's server, at the counter, why your car bill went up a whole bunch. Well, that's the reason. So anyways, just a little insight there that a lot of people don't know about that. Anyways, hope you have a great day. And if you want to reach Spencer Automotive, set up an inspection or a diagnosis, our phone number is 530-345-5600. And thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.